Robert Dakota of Worldviews Media, and I'm here to introduce you to Sacha Stone, in case any of you don't already know him. We're really excited to be hosting him here in February, which is just coming up here in 10 days. For anyone who is still thinking about coming, we still do have some tickets, and they are going fast. So Sacha, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I know you've got a lot of things going over there in LA. Welcome.
Great pleasure. Thank you, Robert. Greatly looking forward to seeing you in just over a week from now as well.
Nice. Well, you picked a hot topic. I don't know if you are aware of that. Hopi prophecy has always been a hot topic around here. And since the atomic bomb was dropped on Japan, elders have been going to every president ever since and delivering a letter of the Hopi prophecy and the warnings. And looks like we're approaching the gates of the great reveal.
Indeed. I mean, that for me, the importance about the Hopi seemed to be, in a sense, the most prophetic First Nation community out of 740 odd non-federally recognized so-called tribes in North America. I think there's about 500 odd that are federally recognized, but 740 odd beyond that. And out of all of those extraordinary First Nation peoples, the Hopis seem to hold a very unique signature in terms of the prophecy. And of course, their prophecy relates to the black skin, brown skin, red skin, white skin peoples of the world, and how each of the primary genomic types of humanity went forth and were able to play, so to speak, in this realm with one element or the other, whether it was the element of fire or water or air or sky. And uniquely here, the white man was given, in a sense, the element of fire to go forth and play with. And of course, we did go forth and play with fire with Oppenheimer and Einstein, ultimately contriving the atomic bomb and the unbearable destructivity that came as a direct result of splitting the atom in the late 1930s with the Pacific Atoll testing, and then the rocket testing that went on for decades, causing untold suffrage in the world, connected to cancers and what have you, the depleted uranium in the atmosphere of the Earth, contaminating and raining down to this day on every biological system. So the Hopi certainly got it right when it came to white man going forth and playing with fire.
Wow, well, I'm so excited to have you come out here and join us. Real excited to be a part of this in any way, Sacha. I think you're spot on, and it's way overdue. And it seems like they've spent decades, probably millennia, developing their systems. It's not going to be unwoven overnight, but it seems like they're on their way to unweaving themselves if we can keep our center and keep our focus going.
Yes, let's just always remember in the kind of Steiner model of honor and true form, that they can only ever be the unresolved aspects of you and me. And when we make peace with that in the living moment, within the sanctity of our hearts, and then move our lives into right action and pure truth, everything begins to make sense, and the road begins to rise up to meet you, and you find yourself, essentially able to walk through that valley of death without any fear. And that's the key piece here, is understanding the relationship between fearlessness and timelessness. And with the fearlessness and timelessness comes what I call the new earth horizon, which is the return to innocence in that sense, the return to innocence and immanence, which is the divine blueprint, the divine template that self-exists, self-reveals, and self-fulfills in every living moment. And so that essentially is where I want to drive focus and attention away from the Saturnian, Jupiterian, false light reality matrix, where foundationally rogue and incoherent images are projected onto the screen of life for us because we are failing to step into that immanence, and we're allowing ourselves to become harvested as a utility for draconian, reptilian, Orion, lower elemental forces. That's a choice. We don't need to be harvested. We don't need to abdicate or abnegate any aspect of our divine nature. We can glow in superluminal magnificence and majesty in this world, and fuck the consequences. Just own who we are and seize every moment of every day fully, and lean into life hard, and become the arbiters and the determiners of our own outcomes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sacha. Thank you, man. That's really beautiful. I appreciate so much your words and your articulation. Yeah.
Great pleasure, Robert.
Okay. Well, I think that takes care of it for now. We're looking forward to seeing you in Sedona. And thank you so much for your time, Sacha.
Okay, brother.